In this video, you'll discover the Amazon secret to running a successful architecture practice. Hey, Enix here, and in this video, well, look, from my office right here, I can see right into the front walk right there, and I just noticed that we just got a little gift from Amazon, so let's go take a look. All right, let's have a look here, and then we'll get into what the Amazon secret is to running a successful practice. All right, let's see what we have here. Ooh, the kids are gonna be so excited, right? So one thing I love about Amazon Prime is the fact that they have absolutely mastered the fulfillment of just getting things, right? Things that you need. So inside of this little package here, some video games for my kids. Okay, they had ordered these and they were really excited because they knew these were gonna be arriving today, right? So here's the idea and the concept that we're going to be going over in today's video. Yesterday I was driving down the road and just kitty-cornered to me in front of my car, I saw one of those brown UPS trucks. So here in the United States we have the United Postal Service, and they, for the past 10, 15 years, they've absolutely dominated the speedy delivery service. If you want to send a package, you do it through UPS, and they're very efficient, and they're very efficient about how they do things. Now, Amazon used them for a long time for their fulfillment. However, recently Amazon has acquired its own fleet of trucks, shipping, and logistics. So now Amazon is literally cutting UPS out of that ecosystem that UPS used to have. They used to get a lot of business from Amazon shipping these things to people all over the world. Okay? Now here's how this deals with your architecture firm. If you don't innovate, you die. If you don't innovate, you die. Just last week, I was on the phone with an architect who hopped on the phone with me because his firm that he's been running for almost 30 years is in dire straits now. The cash flow is negative. The profit is negative. And it's because he has not been innovating in all areas of his business, primarily in marketing, business development, and sales. Now, unfortunately, this architect, he didn't realize that the things he was experiencing in the market, the low profit, the low cash flow, were a result of some underlying causes. That they were just symptoms of a larger problem. So the symptom was that they were losing projects they should have won. The symptom is that they were going up against other firms, and other firms were undercutting them on their fees, and they were losing those projects. The symptoms were that they were losing against larger firms that had large marketing departments. Now you might say, well, yeah, that happens to me all the time, and that has nothing to do with what this firm owner does or doesn't do. But here is where you might be wrong if you have that thought. So over the past 20 years, I asked this architect, what do you do for marketing and business development? And it turns out he doesn't do a whole lot, right? So going back to Amazon, right now Amazon is making a large number of retailers out there in the market completely irrelevant because Amazon is gobbling up all the business. Amazon is not only having their own fleet of trucks to deliver these packages, they've also bought Whole Foods, so they're getting into the grocery industry, right? Amazon is a successful and efficient business, and this is what is allowing it to put out of the market, to put out of competition, to absolutely destroy other businesses that aren't innovating. So we go back to this idea of innovation. We go back to the idea that if you're not innovating in your firm, you will die. And it may happen slowly. You may not see the signs until it's too late. But if you're not innovating, if you're not consistently growing, you are dying. And here's some areas where you need to innovate. My guess is that you probably already innovate in software. You're probably already innovating in the practice of architecture, the craft of architecture. However, I want you to sit down after you watch this video. Your homework is to think about how are you innovating in the business of architecture, right? In everything that isn't the actual craft of architecture, in the way you structure your proposals, in the way you structure your fees, in the way you sell, you position, and you market your services in the market, in the way that you continue to sell to clients, in the way that you generate referrals proactively. Okay, all of these are outside of the scope of the practice of architecture. What we don't want is at the end of the day to wake up and realize that we have no profit, that we've missed the boat, that we should have been innovating like IBM, Big Blue, back in the early 80s when they missed the boat and started suffering in the marketplace because they didn't innovate, and Microsoft came along and practically put them out of business with Microsoft focus on the personal computer, right? There are trends happening right now in the business of architecture that you need to be innovating in. All the things I just mentioned in this video. And if you don't, your firm may go the way of the dodo bird, okay? So this is Enoch Sears signing off. Let me know what you thought about this video. In what ways are you focusing on innovating in the way you market and the way you sell to your customers? In what ways are you innovating in the way that you position yourself in the marketplace to beat your competition? As always, I'll bring you the best information, tools, and tips right here on YouTube, on the podcast, so that you can always stay up to date. But ultimately what it's going to take, it's going to take an investment in yourself and in your firm. That's all for now. As always, carpe diem, seize today.